Hey guys, welcome along to this one. Bit of a different video this time. Andrew in the chat, or one of my subscribers should say, newish subscriber, wanted to see a video done on like my equipment, my sort of setup, rig wise, and my PC, because obviously I do the streaming side as well, editing and yeah, stuff like that, making my thumbnails. So I sort of compiled this video. I hope you like it. I said at the end, it's not really an in-depth into exactly how I stream, because it would just be too long and probably painful to watch. But sort of YouTube and Google being the wonderful tools that they are, that's where I found many a video that go in depth into exactly how to set up your streaming software and stuff like that. So like I said, I advise if you're gonna do it, then go that route. Obviously, if you come unstuck anywhere, by all means message me. I'll try and help as much as I can. But as I said, it's sort of a quick-ish video into what equipment I use and sort of how I sort of stream and everything else. But like I said, hope you like it, guys. And let's get into it. Okay, so straight into it. We've got my PC specs. Obviously, yes, I run an Xbox Series X. That's for the console side. But my main sort of unit is obviously the PC, because I can play games on the PC. There it is in all its glory, with all my mess and no cable management. But recently sort of upgraded this probably 4 or 5 months ago. Changed the motherboard, changed the processor, and I sort of already had a graphics card for a few months prior. But I was running a GTX 1080, which just didn't cut the mustard, so to speak, because of the streaming. And that was primarily why I changed the CPU and motherboard, because I found, especially playing on the PC and trying to stream it and trying to get healthy FPS, was it was difficult. So obviously with the processor I run, as you can see there, it's a really, really good processor, and obviously 32 gigs of RAM, which also helps with the editing side of it as well, speeds everything up. So not had any issues. Definitely noticed the difference to do with speed, and sort of when I'm making the videos and rendering the videos, and especially with the videos being in 4K, I think if you had sort of lesser CPU, yes it would manage it, but the time would go right up. So like I said, I love my system. It's not too bad. Obviously it's not high end, and a lot of my components are second hand, because I couldn't, to be fair, afford to run a PC that's sort of like top of the tree, so to speak, or upgrade everything when new components come out. So but it's serving me really well. If I've got any gripe, maybe I should try and get a 1TB M.2 or an SSD, because I am starting to run out of space with all these videos and that I'm rendering, because as I said, when you're rendering in 4K, they can be huge files. So but that's pretty much my system there. Obviously, going on to this next video, you can see my actual rig itself from the front. This is my sort of eye view. I've tried to sort of like show you. There's my webcam held up by cable ties, but it works, so I'm not going to change it at the minute. Obviously I do need an arm for my mic, as you can see there. It's on a stand at the minute, but I'd love like a proper arm that I can get the mic actually closer to me for the streams, to get sort of slightly better audio. But that's pretty much what I see. The TV in front of me, which is a 43-inch. Obviously we'll go through all the equipment that I've got as well after this, and then obviously my it is a PC monitor, obviously on its side, so I can sort of like stretch the chat box and stuff while I'm streaming. Obviously getting older, my eyesight isn't the best, so it just helps me a lot better. Obviously you can see the LEDs I have, which sort of just change the white, gives it sort of a little bit more color, especially on stream. But that's pretty much my eye view as well. That's what I see, and again it serves me really, really well. So as I said, okay, if I had the money, maybe perfect a few things more, but it does the job, and I think that's the main thing. So onto my sim equipment, pretty much, and obviously the two monitors at the bottom. You can see, one TV, one monitor. But yeah, Fanatec CSL DD, we all know about it. It's yeah, I think it's a great entry-level direct drive wheelbase. Obviously, I've had mine a good while now, and yeah, made a follow-up video. So if you haven't seen that and yet you're interested in purchasing one, then yeah, I'd definitely go and take a look. Fanatec V3 pedals, yeah, what it says on the tin at the end of the day, it's a pedal set, great pedal set, never had any issues, metal construction, lovely bit of kit. I think they do the brake mod, or not so much mod, a kit that you can put the harder rubbers into the actual brake, which obviously, yeah, gives a better feel. To be honest, I've never felt the need to do that. I've never, yeah, had any issues with mine, or so, yeah, just left it as it is, as standard. So yeah, never had any issue. Formula V2 wheel, as you can see, again, lovely bit of kit. I do a sort of very short review while I was talking about the CSL DD in a previous video. Like I said, lovely, really well built wheel, carbon fiber metal, and yeah, a bit of plastic, and just yeah, good, really good wheel. Never had any issues with it, really. Never felt the need to sort of change it for a different wheel. At some stage I wouldn't mind another wheel, so I've got the sort of two, and I can chop and change, but as I said, at the minute it's perfect. My actual rig itself, Next Level Racing FGT rig, which is the rig you can put in the two positions. One is, I think, a GT style, and the other is the Formula style, where your sort of feet are further or higher up, and you're sort of laid back more. It is comfortable, it really is. I to be fair, I sit in it and go on my computer and edit and everything else, and it is really comfortable. Obviously, at some stage, I wouldn't mind getting another rig, a different rig. That obviously I've got the monitor stand with this. It is the FGT monitor stand, and it does take triple screen. But I'd love to have the sort of triple screen and the screen that's actually on top, which would be then for streaming. Now, I'm not sure if Next Level do that. I don't know. I could possibly have a look into it, but yeah, yeah, like I said, it's neither here nor there at the minute. But this is my equipment. Obviously, the LG 43, which is the TV, 4K TV, which is like in front of me, which I play everything on pretty much. And then yeah, the Acer 27-inch 75Hz monitor, which is the one that is upright. You could say not the right way round maybe, but yeah, upright, that's next to me, that obviously I do put my streaming software on, and obviously the chat box for when I'm streaming, so I can obviously read you guys chat and everything else. So but yeah, that's the basic equipment to do with my racing, and obviously yeah, my monitor and TV. So the equipment I use for streaming, actually the equipment itself, not the software. So yeah, Elgato 4K 60 Pro Mark II, great bit of kit. I upgraded from, I think it was a standalone, which you didn't have to put into a PC. This you obviously have to, as you can see by the box, onto your motherboard. But yeah, the older one was only a 1080p 60, which obviously, yeah, when I moved to YouTube and realized that I could up my bitrate substantially and actually stream in 1440p, which I couldn't do on Twitch, then yeah, I thought, right, I've got to sort of get shot at the 1080p one, and we've got to go sort of like the full fat 4K 60. Okay, I know I'd only stream in 1440p, but yeah, it's a no-brainer just for 1440p for sort of sim racing gaming. It's yeah, you'd need a lot better upload speed, and it would really affect your equipment, I think, if you were to try and stream in 4K. So sort of 2K 1440p seems fine for it. Blue Snowball mic, which obviously I'm talking into now, which yeah, isn't a bad mic, to be fair. Obviously I've gone through the adjustments and everything else, and changing stuff to sort of change the sort of pitch and everything else to try to get it where I want it. Obviously I have got a computer running in the background. Obviously you won't hear it now, because when I sort of take this voice file, I will then put it through my editing software, and I will sort of reduce the background noise and everything else. It seems clearer, but as I say, it does pick up quite a lot of sound. It's obviously a different shape to, say, a normal mic, because it is round, but yeah, it's served me really well, so I don't see the point in upgrading it at all. Logitech C922 Web Cam. Now this, I think I went through maybe 3 different webcams until I sort of come to this one, and I was not happy with the previous webcams. Just the picture was very grainy on some of the webcams, and obviously the FPS wasn't good. I'm sure this is a 1080p 60. That's what I've got it set up as in my streaming software anyway, and it makes a world of difference for the movement and everything else. And obviously I'm all for the sort of the best picture that I can put out there when I'm streaming for you guys to watch, because as I always say on my stream, I like watching crisp quality streams. I don't like watching streams that are a little bit distorted or stuff like that. So I sort of want to get back to you guys what I want to see, and this webcam's fine, and obviously running, which it seems to work really well, running the actual stream at 1440p, even though the webcam's at 1080p, it crispens it up even more in the stream. So it's really, really good. And again, not added any issues at all with it, to be fair. It's pretty simple to use. I think the only issue I had was trying to position it, as you saw with it, the vid. It's on one of the monitor stands at the side of the TV, strapped on by cable ties, but it's in the right position now, and I'm happy, and it's all set, and as I said, it works. So maybe at some stage I'll get an arm for it like I will with a microphone, but as I said, at the minute it all works. I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to keep moving it every time I go live and stuff like that. So it is what it is. But that's that is pretty much in a nutshell the equipment I use to stream. So my main go-to software for streaming, I use Streamlabs OBS. You can get a program called OBS, and it's I think it's an older sort of program, and it's a bit more, as I find, difficult to use. Streamlabs OBS just seems to be just that little bit easier, to be fair. It is quite straightforward, with sort of explanations and stuff of how you add different sources, as you can see, which will be sort of your parts that people see on your screen. Obviously, you can see I've got no, obviously, signal through my Elgato, so it's not obviously showing the Xbox picture there, but obviously once the Xbox is up and running, then it would bring up the picture. So as I said, it's pretty straightforward. You start sort of with your profile, and then you add in different sort of windows, so to speak, that you can click on and instantly change. So I've obviously got my start screen, and then when I want to bring in my stream, I will then go down to main Xbox. Obviously I've got mess around on it, but that's, pay no attention to how I word it, but I know that's my main. So then obviously I'll bring that in. You can change obviously sort of the transition type, have it sort of, you can have it coming in from sort of left to right, right to left. Obviously I've got it sort of a fade. Other ones in here is obviously my be right back. So that they're your sort of main. Then to sort of mess about with the actual screen itself, so going back to my main, obviously I've got all these that I've added. So my LFM bar, which is a recently added part, so I can sort of like turn it sort of on and off, view it. Obviously lock or unlock. Unlock means you can move it around the screen. Obviously it's locked now. I can't. Latest follower I've got, so if I sort of add these, you'll then sort of know. Obviously latest follower I don't usually use. I think I changed that to dashboard count. So obviously sub vid will be the little things that come up on the screen every couple of minutes to sub, and obviously click the thumbs up notification. Then obviously you can probably just about see it. Obviously is my how many subscribers I've got at the present moment. Event list, which should scroll in and give the latest subscriber. Let's have a look. Subscription goal is my old one. Obviously I don't need that anymore. I still leave them in. I don't delete them, just in case I do need them. Obviously the webcam won't come up. Let's have a look. View account. So the view account. my background. As you can see, then obviously I've added my webcam over the top of the background. But yeah, it is pretty straightforward. Obviously, I've got quite a few on here to do with the audio as well. I've got a chat box, which is obviously when you guys chat on the live, and then obviously it comes up here. Obviously, I've got PC, which I can turn on, which will just be the PC screen. Obviously, it's off because, yeah, I've just got the Xbox screen. So, yeah, you can get rid of that completely. But, yeah, it is a fairly straightforward bit of kit. Obviously, your settings, I won't sort of go into too much detail on this. Stream settings will obviously be you're logged in with YouTube, or if you want to do Twitch. If you pay a subscription to Streamlabs, you can multi-stream. I used to stream to YouTube, I think Twitch and Facebook at the same time, but the problem is when you're streaming to 3 different places, the stream quality is going to be quite low, unless you've got a really good internet connection that can do it. So that's why I've sort of just gone solely with YouTube. Output, obviously, it probably looks quite daunting here, but yeah, your bit rate that I sometimes talk about is to do with your sort of upload speeds, which determine the quality of your stream. Obviously, recording, you can record bits and pieces or whatever you want actually in Streamlabs. I tend, when I was setting it up and sorting my mic out and getting my volumes correct, I tend to sort of use the record button, and it will just record it and then obviously make that into a file on your computer, and then you can play it back instead of actually going live all the time. So obviously one of the main important ones, video, which is your base canvas resolution, which is the canvas there, and then obviously the output resolution, which is what I want to run, which is 1440p. So you've got quite a few in here, 1080p and 720p. But as I said, it's a really good bit of kit, and it is quite self-explanatory. I mean, obviously it's taken me quite a few months to sort of over a year to sort of perfect it. I'll bring up sort of my stream layout now that I used to run, or a few of them if we sort of flick through them up to sort of present day, so you can see the sort of where I started and where I've come to now. And yeah, I'm happy with the way it looks. So yeah, but that's pretty much my streaming software that I use to stream all the time, to YouTube. Another piece of equipment that I use, or equipment I should say, software that I use is Adobe Premiere Rush. Now, it's my editing software for making my videos, pretty much, because you can't really do videos. Well, I suppose you could do through Streamlabs, but you're limited on what you can actually do. So obviously in front of you, you can see a lot of my past videos that I've made, and it's quite a good bit of software that it will keep them in here, and I can sort of go back to them if I want to. 9 times out of 10, I won't, unless it's a sort of big video that's taken me a good few days to make, and then I can sort of shut everything down. I know it's saved my or so far that I've come in the video, or how far I've got with sort of mocking it up and everything else. It's again a decent bit of kit, but again it's I've had to learn it myself. This sort of isn't very self-explanatory, but it is quite easy to pick up again. So as you can see, it sort of separates audio. Obviously, I mean, you've got transitions. This was the troll video I made. You've got sort of bits and pieces over here where you can obviously stretch the screen, make it big, make it small, sort of adjust the audio levels, and it's not actually too bad. I think there is sort of other software out there that are a bit more complex. I think you can do a lot more, but I'm just finding this to be a sort of easier piece of software that I can use, and I'm happy to use, and I know my way around it, and I seem to be making sort of pretty good videos, to be fair. I'm happy with them. Hope you guys are happy with them. But yeah, as I said, that's the video editing software that I use, Adobe Premiere Rush. So onto the software, or website I should say, that I make my thumbnails on. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can scroll down. You should be able to see some of my most recent ones. as you can see, so which is quite good because it does save quite a few, and it means I can just go and click on them. So it's sort of a matter of if I want to sort of keep the same kind of template, but change the picture and possibly change, say, which group I'm running with. It just makes it's so easy, simplifies stuff. So, or you can just start afresh, bring up a fresh canvas. But again, you can upload a lot of stuff to it that'll always save in here. Obviously, I've got a lot of stuff in here. Obviously, pictures that I get from ACC PC side because the quality is a lot better. But then I've got obviously a lot of other stuff, the sort of cutouts. You know what I mean? Loads of bits and pieces that I've used over this sort of year, over a year. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's such a good piece of software or website, and it's free. To be fair, you can pay for a subscription. I think if you go on Elements, because it does a lot of stuff, but obviously a lot of stuff are, if they've got a crown, I think next to it, you have to pay for it, kind of thing. Which there is some really good items in here, but 9 times out of 10 you have to pay for them, which I don't want to. I don't feel I have to. So, but a quick search on the internet is, you'll usually find the same ones or similar for nothing. And then, you can just sort of download them to your computer and then upload them to here as a file. And you just use them. You know what I mean? I've got sort of, as you can see, loads of stuff that I've used in the past, stuff that I always use as well. It's again, a really, really good website, and invaluable for me to make my thumbnails. So that's how I make my thumbnails then, guys. So let's do a quick demo. So you say put your picture in, and this is just so easy now. Let's go say RPM Motorsport. I mean, it's just so simple to do. Let's make that a little bit better. I mean, what do I usually put in? I usually put in my Just Boris sign, if I can find it. Let's have a look. There. So you drag that in. Obviously, it's quite big. And sort of reduce the size. So we'll sort of put that up there, which I usually do. What else can we do? Where's that? So Corsair there, the black one. I suppose the black one's not really going to work, so we need the white one. Obviously, being a black picture or dark picture, so you've got sort of the white one. I mean, you could simplify that down there. I mean, you sort of get the gist of it. I mean, you can put text in. It's all different text. Obviously, some of these are said, there you go, the Pro. You've got to pay for it, but there's a lot aren't, and you can really make your thumbnail sort of stand out, and it's free at the end of the day, which is a plus at the end of the day, because I don't want to be spending just loads and loads of money while I'm not earning any money. So I don't think I'd mind if once we sort of get to the 1,000 subs and I can go on the monetization program and I can start sort of getting a little bit of money in, then we can then plow it into sort of bigger and better things. But at the minute, this is free and so easy to use. But that's it in a nutshell, guys. That's where I make my thumbnails in what's it called? Canva, I think it is. Canva. Obviously the basic Canva it is. So, but hope this helps, guys. Anyone who is interested in obviously starting a YouTube channel and sort of everything that it involves. Like I said, I hope you found it informative. Obviously all my setup, how it's laid out, my equipment that I use, and obviously my PC and the specs and everything else. I said but any I said information that I've missed, anything you might want to see or ask questions, like I said, by all means leave comments in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And again, like I said, thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you on the next live stream.